Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. We watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Stylmartin Atom riding shoe, available at RevZilla.com. Two-season hot weather riding sneaker from Stylmartin. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why did I call it a riding sneaker versus a riding shoe, as I typically do with things that look like this? That is because this is a very, very lightweight, non-CE rated riding shoe. So in my opinion, it's more of a sneaker than it is a motorcycle boot. If we look at it, moto-inspired functionality, you have ankle cups, again, medial and lateral side, which are nice, super lightweight, but it's only a 2 to 3 on the stiff scale. And it doesn't carry a CE rating, and it has a big mesh panel on the outside, which, if you happen to low slide, is probably gonna get chopped up, but if you're just riding, will flow a ton of air. So what Stylmartin has done at around the 160, 170 mark is they've designed a very no-frills, lightweight riding sneaker, which again, carries a lot of the DNA of Stylmartin out of Italy, gives you some basic functionality, but again, is that blend of comfort meets protection, and it's really erring more on the side of style and comfort than it is on protection. Keep it in mind. That's why I'm really giving it that sneaker rating. Now, that being said, for what it is being a sneaker, super lightweight. One color, it's got the black, it's got the white, it has some reflectivity. Again, no frills there, but I dig it, and I want to make sure you know how lightweight it actually is. Now, let's briefly dive into the sizing here. Stylmartin typically does a good job with their foot shape and footbed for the American market. No surprises there, not an overly high arch, no issues. We already talked about the fact that it's a 2 to 3 on the stiff scale, meaning it's super duper lightweight. The pro of that is you could walk around in this every day with a pair of jeans and you're gonna think you got a pair of Nikes on. The con of that is when you're riding and you want a little bit more support for your pegs or for a little bit more protection for your feet, you don't have it. And that's the choice they've made, and that's okay as long as you know what you're getting into. Now, use this size chart, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. I love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on the new Atom on its product detail page or on its RevZilla YouTube page for this video. Now, moving back into the boot itself, we look at some of the main construction. It's a grease scuff leather, which is nice. It has a water repellency to it. It's a water repellent mesh. It will flow a ton of air, but if you do get hit in a cloudburst, it is going to have a hydrophobic property, again, to give you a good start at keeping some of that water out. But again, in a prolonged downpour, your feet are going to get wet. Keep that in mind. That's what mesh does. It's holy. It flows air, but it also eventually flows water as well. Different style of leather behind the toe box here, where your shift panel would go. Again, it's contrasty, has a nice look, and you'll notice the way this is cut away, dual recess stitching here, moving its way around the top. Again, it's just what you'd expect from a more premium Italian design and European construction here on the Stylmartin Atom. Move to the inside, more of that mesh. And again, remember, right up here towards the top, on the medial side, we do have an ankle cup, keeping everything where it's supposed to be and giving you protection at the high ankle point. Now, turning it to the back, it's very clean. Again, earlier, I think I mentioned there was reflection. There it is. I thought I saw a pop of reflective. I'm used to looking for it along the back. You do have it on the side. And they give you a little contrast stitching here, too. You have a little bit of an X-Mark to spot with some stitching, and you do have that quilting towards the top. Now, one of the things I really love, and that's hard to pick up on the video, so I'll describe it for you, is that if you think about the width of this boot, knowing that it's a more lightweight boot, between the outer pieces of leather and mesh and the inner side, it's actually about a 1/4 inch thick. So it's nice and soft, it's padded. There's a premium feel to this because it's going to be softer against your foot and giving you more support than something that would be overly stiff and flimsy. Or other manufacturers will see them make it very thick along the top, along this quilting, but then it'll get very thin down here. And this boot tends to have a little bit of beef to it all the way throughout, which I really dig. The other thing to note, 2 colors of laces. I have it laced up both directions here, so you could go one or the other. I wanted to show the black, I wanted to show the gray, so we just put both of them on. But ultimately, you could wear it this way, but then you'd have 2 laces in. I would recommend you pick one or the other. The other thing to think about is if we open up the tongue and we look at the backside here, it's going to be an air mesh style construction, again, to promote airflow, to promote sweat wicking. You're wearing this in 2-season hot weather ridings of the year. You want it to pull and wick away that sweat and allow it to evaporate out. Now, all in, like I said, my gripe with this boot is that it's lightweight. What do I like about it? It's very lightweight. Just know where you're homing in, and know that Stylmartin makes a full range of motorcycle boots that are some going to be waterproof, others non-waterproof. But again, starting here with the baby in the bunch, the most lightweight of them is going to be the new Stylmartin Atom. The next step in your journey is click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over 39 bucks. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion of the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.